I want to discuss the notion of the United States and having more children because there's several moving parts to that. And one of those parts is, to have children, you should be responsible enough to be able to take care of them. And I'd argue that to some degree, the large percentage of people who they don't want to work or they're not working hard enough, are they really, really fit to be parents if they're not taking living seriously enough to get a real job to live that pays enough for them to live? That's one side's framing of things. That's all I'm going to say. So there's a large percentage of the population that isn't even fit to be parents. So they're not even up to being, appropriate to being into the population of the percentage of the population that is appropriate to give birth to children, to make families. So the percentage of the population is already smaller than the total population. But then we need to take into account then also that potentially there could then be people who are trying their hardest and that they still aren't getting enough financial security, especially in this economy nowadays with the tariffs. So I think it's very unfair to say people just need to be making families and stuff. Well, it's kind of hard for people baseline to survive. So then it would be even harder for them to have a family and stuff. And again, with how things are going and how unsafe and how tumultuous the legal landscaping of everyone's activities is, I think it's kind of reasonable to hold off on that, to be like, well, I'm going to wait to see what world I want to bring a child into, given the state of how tumultuous and how virtuous it is. It's important that people live in this way. Well, maybe I should wait till we have things in the appropriate way to bring someone into the world in, or not. It all depends. It's not just, well, we should have kids, so even if you can't take care of the kid, have kids. Like, what does that do for us? So you need to actually have understanding of the situation of things. But there's a side that is arguing, we need to have more children in America. But also, you people aren't working hard enough. But also, if you're not really going to take life seriously, then should they even be having children in the first place? I don't know.